guys, I am back with a really quick tutorial, just a little bonus on how to solo over Lil UZ Vert 20 minutes. If you missed the tutorial, click there and check it out. I just did about an hour-long tutorial on how to play this song because I really wanted to be thorough. And now I realized, after you play it, if you were to kind of create a loop like I did, how would you solo over that? I'm so glad you asked. All right, so my electric guitar was just possessed with something that I don't have time to figure out. So we are on acoustic guitar now. And I'm going to be talking about how to solo over the Lil UZ Vert 20 minutes changes. We're just playing C major 9 to E minor 9. Okay, so first, really quick, I'm going to just show y'all a little, you know what I'm saying? Just a little track that I made. And, you know, just a little... That's all you get. You gotta go to the other video if you want to see the whole thing. But what I want to talk about is how you solo over these changes. C major 9 and E minor 9, okay? The most simple thing I can think of is to play the E minor pentatonic scale, but the open version, adding the 9, which is the F sharp, okay? I know that sounds deep, but I'm about to break it on down, and I promise it's not that deep at all. So, first of all, the open E minor pentatonic scale is probably the easiest scale that I know. And because you're already up here on the neck, okay, it's really simple to grab. So let's start with the high E string. I'm going to play the open E, the 3rd fret, the open B, the 3rd fret again. Then I'm going to go back to the 2nd fret, open G, and then I'm going to play the 2nd fret, open D, down, play the 2nd fret, open A, then I'll play the 2nd fret, and then open E, then I'm going to play the 3rd fret of the low E string. Okay, now you can either go backwards, forwards, open, close, close, open. It really doesn't matter. There are no rules. But as you're learning the scale, I suggest you pick a way to kind of practice the scale. So, for example, I'm going to just kind of play the beat and I'm going to play through the scale. Just not trying to be fancy or nothing. See, I started off just running the scale forwards and backwards. Then I got a little bit interesting. I got a little bit more intricate. I started mixing things up. Not too much, but I played out of order, okay? So you don't practice scales all day to just play the scale backwards and forwards. You practice scales, or at least I practice scales, so that I can become so familiar with them that when I'm in a new moment that me and this scale have never been in together, oh my gosh, we know what to do, girl. We know how to communicate, we know how to express ourselves, and the only way you can get good at that is if you really, really have a scale up under your fingers. So the first thing I would do is get this scale up under your fingers if you don't already have it. You can play it forwards or backwards, okay? I'm gonna do an example starting from the low string, the low E string. So open low E string, 3rd fret, and then I'm going to 2nd fret, A string, 2nd fret, open, close, 2nd fret again, D string, open D, 2nd fret, open G, 2nd fret, open B, 3rd fret, and then high E, 3rd fret, okay? Now, on some of these notes, I ain't gonna lie, I be bending these notes like it stink. This is how I like to do it. Okay, it just adds some cool personality. So as you're kind of going through the scale, and I'm going to play the track again, don't be afraid to put, bend a note or add a little bit of vibrato to enhance it. But as you're practicing the scale, try and stay as close to the scale as possible, just so that you can really get it up under your fingers. And then you can switch it up and make it cool and enhance it, okay? So you got, I'm just gonna run the scale. Ready? Forwards. Look at that. Okay, what did I just do? I took the scale. I started to say I'm just gonna play it backwards. Then I lied. I did not just play it backwards. I started to say, this feeling good. Okay, so as you get more comfortable with the scales, I hope that happens. You start feeling yourself when you start saying, hold on now, wait a minute. I can put this with this, and I can put that up in there, and yes, you can do all of that. So I'm going to start with just the concept of bending and kind of... Okay, there we go. So when I'm on the high E string, this 3rd fret of the high E string, okay, either I'm the low E string or the high E string, I can bend. Okay, you kind of hear that down. Okay, that's a whole nother tutorial. I just made that up, but I'm just kind of making up a cool rhythm to show you as you're practicing. And I used to try and be so perfect in my tutorials. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't supposed to do that. But I'm going to start including all this little stuff because I want you to see that that's how you discover new sounds and new music and new ideas. As you're kind of practicing other things, my phone about to die. As you're kind of practicing other things, new concepts will come to you. You'll find some by accident, some you'll find on purpose, and some you'll see somebody else doing and be like, oh wow, I never thought of that. So this concept of like bending and kind of creating this different vibe. Okay, that's one concept. Sliding is another concept that I love with this open E minor scale. And one of the places I like to slide to is the F sharp, because obviously if you're playing the F sharp is the 2nd note in the E scale, okay? So if you play E, F sharp, that is the 9, and it's creating this cool kind of tension, vibe, flavor, and you can not only use that when you're playing the chord, but you can use that same vibe when you're soloing. So when you go, okay, you see I slid, you know how you play the chord? Wait, where is it? There we go. When you play that E minor 9 chord, that note that you're playing, you can also use that with the scale and slide to it from the 2nd fret of the D string to the 4th fret of the D string. So you got, okay? So check this out. I'm gonna take that new concept and add it in. Wow. Here we go. We'll go backwards. Okay, so as you can see, and I'm trying to just keep it as simple as possible, that's an option. Okay, on the D string, you can slide a whole step forward. On the G string. Okay, from each From each note, you can slide a whole step, except for the A string. Then that one, you're going to have to slide all the way up 1, 2, 3 frets. So from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret. Other than that, each note as a part of this scale, you can slide up a whole step. I targeted and talked about the F sharp just because I wanted you to understand why that works, because we're playing an E minor 9. So obviously it'll sound really cool if you kind of target that F sharp, which, you know, you may or may not be aware that it's F sharp or it's the 9. It doesn't matter. You still know that your finger is touching that note. So you know that that'll be a good spot to kind of focus on. And I think also, one of the things I like to do is take concepts and apply that to other notes, which is what we did. Well, if I can slide a whole step from there, can I do that with the other notes? Yeah, absolutely can, except for with the A string. Make sure you slide. Okay? Okay, so let's just check. I'm just going to do just that concept of sliding the notes a whole step, and let's see what we can come up with. Here we go. I'm just going to play the scale. Other way, huh? Okay, I'm doing a bunch of different things. What am I doing now? Hammer-ons. Hammer-ons and pull-offs are another really cool thing you can add to this little palette of ideas that can come out of this E minor scale that you're playing. Please comment below and tell me some ideas you guys have too, some things you've tried. No one is right, no one has all the answers. We're all learning from each other, and that's the cool thing that I love about this amazing community of guitar players all around the world. Through YouTube and all these different apps and all these different things, we can learn from each other in a way that some of the generations that came before us couldn't. So don't be stuck in a box. The idea is to take these concepts and to just have fun with it. Explore, experiment, mess up, try some things that don't work. And then when you hear it back, you be the judge of which ideas resonated with you and which ideas felt right and sounded right to you. I have played things that one person thought was amazing and another person thought was the worst thing they had ever heard. So, you know, it doesn't really matter what other people think about your playing. The most important thing is that first you connect with it, and then obviously, you know, if you have a job, if you're a professional guitarist and you're playing for Selena Gomez, you might want to do what she said. But other than that, you know, just have fun and just explore and experiment. And we're going to go out with me just doing that. I'm going to just vibe out to the track. And Ray, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope the rest of you all enjoyed this lesson. Juno capos are for sale. Check them out. My merch, if you want one, go to my website at theartistjuno.com/merch. Holla. All right, here we go.